So the National Music Centre collection spans 450 years of music technology and music in Canada. The collection is about 2,000 objects, and our goal is to exhibit as many of those objects as possible. So when you're preserving the stories of music in Canada, it can be anything from a musical instrument to a textile or a garment that was worn by a famous Canadian. You know, the stories can be told in so many different mediums. So you're really covering that whole spectrum of truly iconic Canadian objects that tell stories.
In the museum world, there's a constant trade-off between conservation and restoration. But also we want a living collection. We want the instruments to be working. The whole point of musical instruments is to make the music with it, not just to have it there to, stare at it. So we have to be very responsible. We don't want to modify things real heavily, so we usually do conservative restoration, which means we don't just go in and change lots and lots of parts.
We have a team of trained conservators, restorers, and technicians to ensure that the integrity of the instrument is maintained.
My job is very interesting in that I have direct access to all of the collection objects. We evaluate the ability for objects to be displayed but also interpreted and played and used in new music creation. So based on that evaluation, some of our instruments really get a new lease on life and can be used in artist-in-residence or performances.
We're telling the stories of music technology that isn't limited to made in Canada. It's much more than that.
Tonto is an amazing instrument. If you listen to Stevie Wonder's Talking Book or Inner Visions or Music of My Mind or Fulfillina's First Finale, all the synthesizers are done with Tonto. The RSM is such an amazing piece of history. Some incredible albums were done on albums like Sticky Fingers, Exile on Main Street, No Woman No Cry by Bob Marley was recorded on it. And it's going to be hooked into the King Eddy stage. So if someone wants to do a live performance and then record it on the same console that Smoke on the Water was recorded on. That's such an inspiration for the musician.
The largest artifact that we have within the National Music Centre collection is the King Eddy. We believe that the King Eddy needed to be preserved in a way that it paid homage to the individuals that built it, the individuals that used it. We wanted to preserve that history, no different than using a musical instrument. When we open in July 2016, it's an opportunity to bring the arts to the forefront. Even though that I've been working at this for a decade and a half, it really becomes just the starting line.